find Sir Gilman searching intently for something or other, his eye is shut tight, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. He acknowledges your presence in the most minimal way possible, and continues scanning the environment. You shall have to forgive this knight's impertinence to you, Master Reader, for he is on the hunt at this time. Using his acute sense of hearing, which is much more acute whilst underwater, but still have to suffice in this case, he shall track down a most elusive character. A character who has eluded this knight time and time again, and from whom this knight seeks to learn still superior evasive strategies, applicable when next he may conduct the rites. Hold, is that? You have no idea to whom he is referring when... Stick it up, worm, you're caught out. Could have wrung your neck just now, you know. Oh, this knight has failed again. Alas, Master Rookie, once more you have outwitted this poor knight and outmaneuvered him. Please, you must reveal the secret to your speed and cunning. Take it easy, chum. You're not half bad yourself. Besides, I was getting pretty sick of running circles around all these slowpokes before you showed up while we were out at sea. Do you truly mean that, Master Rookie? But no, it cannot be, for this knight has already seen anyone as deft and fleet as foot as you. Certainly, it must be advantageous to possess 4 feet, whilst this knight has but 1. If so, it may be called, and yet we are all born with necessary means, and we must all make do. Now look, chum, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself already. You ever thought maybe you ought to give yourself a break once in a while? Never. This knight deserves no break, not while there is honor to be gained. I like the little flame in his eye. He is merely a worm, one of roughly 8 billion of his kind, thus he must strive to be remarkable, and to exceed what is expected of him. Guess what, chum? You went and did that already. I thought all you sea Dominion types were just a bunch of meatheads, who didn't care for nothing but a fight. But you've been downright decent, even made me break a sweat a couple times out there when I thought maybe we got somebody quicker on his foot than me. The point I'm trying to make is, it's been good having you with us. I always say, it's worth having someone quick around to keep you on your toes. For a moment, you wonder if Sir Gilman is about to weep. Sensing the same, Rookie immediately changes the subject. Now, come on, you want to go another round or what? There's some good hiding spots outside where I can show you how we curs get the drop on unwary passerby, in a very honorable way. This knight would be most honored, Master Rookie. As the two of them head off to further train together, you catch notice of the book of rites there in the wagon. The rites, which so stress trust and reliance on one fellow's exiles. The 8 scribes likely did not envision Sir Gilman and Rookie in particular as conductors of their sacred tradition, yet perhaps theirs is the sort of kinship which they had in mind. I've seen drive him, so. Your intentions to explore the rolling hills of Blooming Pool were dashed when, on your arrival, several of the wagon's strong-willed imps escaped. Fortunately, their disposition towards mischief provides predictable enough, and soon all the imps are once again accounted for. However, Volfred also has a nasty bite to show for it. A few upstarts among our drive imp ranks is no cause for concern. You dressed the minor wound, which ought to heal soon, but the incident took much of your remaining time this day, and left both you and Volfred awaiting its merciful conclusion. Oh, rip. He's already slow as shit. Who cares if he loses quickness? He also has banishment sickness, so he can't go anyways.
Nothing but a mindless simpleton. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Fuck you too, man. You wake up from what little sleep you managed in the past night. Once more the voice tormented you from within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. The voice truly is that of Archjustice Androboles the Ninth himself, as Volford indicated. Then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome, should you regain your freedom. Yeah, all the baby rages. A messenger imp somehow made it all the way to your location in the untamed reaches of Downside Prairie, just to bring you news and rumors from the other side. You learn what happened to the spineless Sir Deluge, Sir Gilman's one-time comrade who led the Pyrehearts through a disastrous losing streak, yet somehow prevailed in the liberation rite. His transgressions were forgiven on re-entry to the Commonwealth. Further, he was promptly reinstated into military service, this time as veiled captain of an entire blood border regiment. Sir Deluge of course lacked the courage to decline the generous opportunity, although reports suggest he was not terribly enthused at going back to war against the Highwing remnants. As for his fellow Worm Knights of the Pyrehearts, they swam back to their domain, having fulfilled their quest and duties for the time. You shall not face them in the rights again. Sir Gilman slithers forth as you share these details. Alas, that Knightskin learned nothing of the soldier's ways during his exile, a grave injustice, that one such as he would be deemed fit to lead. You thank the messenger imp for delivering this information, and urge the gaunt-looking creature eat something before it carries onward, which happily it does. Permanently green, +1 quickness. I think I'm fine for now. As the sky above the ridge of gold darkens, your companions watch in silence and await the commencing of the rites. Tizo speaks up after a time. Tizo remembers having faced the Tempers many times before. Now everything is ready and the stars begin to shine once more precisely as foretold.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know. To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Hey look, it's that gang that sent us packing at Fall of Salim. You know I've been waiting awful long to get a shot against you there. Kept waiting so damn long I got a little rusty there I guess, but I've been waiting on this shot to get you back for that one, Nightwings.
Choose now your band
What do they
of
got?
traitors.
Demon Crone, Kerr. These three have signets. Let's put this one on so her blast will go through stuff. And then we'll put her in center.
That's rude.
And then I guess we'll go with Tizo and Faye on the flanks.
Tizo. Faye.
Thaddeus?
It is done. goodness. The Nightwings assert themselves thusly.
Oh, he got the shot off. He's just gonna go for the triple kill and then run it in.
Best not overconfident, Nightwings. 'Twas a crushing blow against their pyre. Now there's a proper dousing. Zap.
Wow, I
Wherever
fucking hate
did
the
Nightwings
Demon's AI.
go? The fire of resolve. No mercy shown. All of the tempers gone.
Pick up the ball, please. What the fuck? Please, go in the fucking... Jesus Christ.
Spectacularly done.
Your Nightwings ain't been slacking, gotta give you that. But we ain't finished neither. Let's go.
Yes. Such this.
Again, I jumped, but okay. Fuck you, 2 game.
In the name of Solim, no more than a lick of flame remains. That's it. There goes
What the
Teaser.
fuck?
Your pyre weakened.
Did you like knock me back into my portal? It was super annoying.
All vanished. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail again. And such a well-conducted victory it was. The right is ended.
We Tempers, we were damn unstoppable, but this, again.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Oh, she's open level up in one more match.
Apparently, the exiled Bertrud is committed to the path.
Oh, that's good. Glad they finally got him. Well, really didn't take Paul that long, considering.
someplace else.
Yeah, as it turns out, cars are pretty easy to track down. There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles vanquish the Tempers rather soundly. After those afflicted with banishment sickness seem to be doing better, at least, and express gratitude to Bertrude, Tizo, and Faye for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well what he has come to indicate to you, and follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines, defiant. Okay, fighting the fade, it looks like. You notice that the lone minstrel is standing there with you, regarding the night sky. The Gate Guardian and I, we have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Saleem for a long time. We have seen so much, and so I'm a bit taken aback is all, to see something which I have never seen. You look upon the stars together for a while, then I wish for you good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you out there alone under the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. Something appears different now about the Sacred Mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall appear ashen. On the other hand, the once precarious region below, which you know as Temple High Road and Temple Cisterns, seem swept clean by the elements. The lone minstrel observes this alongside you. Inclement weather we have seen lately, reader sir. We ought to be able to make landing closer to Scribes Gate now. Then I suppose this means we shall soon see Celeste once more. Then I shall go tell everyone to prepare for landing. You arrive once more among the narrow passageways of Mount Eladil. It appears that Delbert and the Fate have already arrived along the other route. Some time to prepare after having landed, you join Pamitha on a brief expedition to the monument of Molten Lilith. Why bother, Pamitha, with any part of this? They're using you, same as you're using them, you know. But you're not using them, you're not using them, you're not using them. You're there because you want to be, you're there because you want to be. You return to the wagon once she has finished paying her respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. +3 glory. Oh, someone was close, weren't they? I mean, I can max Tizo out. Or I can get Volford up to the next level, because, like, I might just send Tizo home, or try to again, so. Again you stand before Scribe's Gate, where the gate guardian regards you up all above an archway carved from stone. The exiles of the Nightwings, you must know by now, once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. For now, step forward. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared, and as for me, you shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before, and I shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now each of you come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one your companions cross the gate, until it is your time to do so, and you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all, and then waves you through towards the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste, or shall I remain here? She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste, until we meet upon the summit then. It is important from an economic standpoint to not undercut the value of well-crafted goods. No, give me your fucking sale. No promises, okay. What is this? The Pyre can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Damn. I'm just gonna sell this damn thing. Never gonna use that. And by the permanent plus quickness increase. It's plus 6 presence. Plus 8 quickness. Oh, it's already level 18. I can't use level 4 on that. I mean, I can, but it's a waste. Who gets the quickness? Shoot, Panessa. Once more, the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Fate. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of this vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments, prior to each commencement, I must admit, they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader, to ease the waiting for us both? I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands, however, the Commonwealth I know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life would be like out there. If you were not ensnared within this place, free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years, rather than striving here, under the stars? Let's go with sail the seas. I'm kind of a boat guy, so. The Sea of Solace does not compare with the vastness of the oceans on the other side. You oft wonder at what mysteries they hold, and thought perhaps you could have found them out. I understand the yearning to explore, particularly if exploring can be done on one's own terms. The life of the sailor, then. Would that you could find your freedom on the seas someday. But the sentence, though. Would that you could find your freedom on the sea someday. Just then, the lone minstrel looks forth, and you see that it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. No more Titan stars. Fuck those. Done with them. I'm convinced they boost the AI. Honestly, this game would be really interesting if they went with online multiplayer. Like all the trinkets and builds and stuff you could do would have been interesting.
'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the fates soon quench those flames of yours. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent-old Cur Delbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am called Delbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site, upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Delbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Almer, please. We have worked towards this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. Hey Drago, what's up? My son and I stand ready to begin. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq? Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
And I really only have 2 I can send. Couldn't I send Hamatha last time? I swear she was an option last time. Alright, Tiza, we're gonna get you out this time. Tiza was very moved by your decision.
Who shall strive for him?
I'm digging the crone, actually. Scully, crone, Pamatha.
Bertrude.
We should actually do Gilman instead. So quick. It's going. I think we're getting kind of close to the end. Or it's leading up to that at least. I don't know how many more times through we have to go, but it's insistent that we're running out of time to set people free, so. He won't level up. The max you can get is 1,000 per one, right? Even if I take him, he won't level up. Let's just take the Mitha, I guess. I don't know. I kind of want the speed. Let's take Rookie. Let's make sure we win this.
With that out of the way,
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capability, with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. can do this, Elmer. I believe in you. So do the scribes. Faye, come on. Like, I know you like the guy and all, but you're rooting for the wrong side. Come on. Wait, what? What is this? What are you talking about? It's the liberation rate. What are you doing? Faye pulls at her mask. I think you are my friend, Elmer, and so I am hoping for the best for you and for your father. He believes in you, and so do I. But we have to do our very best as well, and I know we cannot prevail. Only the Fate or the Nightwings, but not both. Not both. Elmer looks on in stunned silence. The outburst seems to have disarmed everyone. We all have to do our very best, and then the scribes, they're going to watch over us and make everything okay. You'll see, Elmer. You'll see. She puts her mask back on, and the liberation rate continues. Whether her words flustered your adversaries or emboldened them, you cannot tell. Tizo too fast for you? Hear us now, O noble Yomer, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If you have ever heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayer to the scribes, or simply from Delbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. He's cheating.
Such chaos. Beneath contempt.
Oh yeah.
Disaster.
15-second respawns. That seems fair.
Deliverance.
Tizo OP.
Now end the ceremony. The orb is up. And there it is.
Hey, Tizo gets to go home.
The Nightwings proved their worth.
We did it.
Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free.
He sounds so bitter when he says it.
Of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Draw some feeling.
Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you. Father, wait, what good is freedom to us anyways, if we would be apart? Tizo is stunned by what transpired, and by what he thinks is about to happen. He looks around as the reality of what transpired sinks in. He realizes now that this is goodbye, at least for the time. He struggles to express the gratitude he feels at having served the Nightwings these many years. He also does not know what to expect from the Commonwealth and whether he will be accepted. Nevertheless, he vows that he will keep doing his part to benefit of Volfred's plan. With that, he splashes into the shimmer pool and is gone from view. You hear him chirping one last time. Tizo wishes the best for each of you and asks that you remember him. Bye, Tizo.
Tizo. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
Gonna miss the little guy. He served us well.
Now, take your execrable companions someplace else.
Father, wait. Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended. But no, how can you be so calm, even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Elmer? Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough. No, my son, it was enough. It was more than enough. Father? You prevailed in the liberation rite against the fate. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Tizo, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. He hath passed from this place, along with all his eccentricities. Last thing he would have wanted is us sulking about. What say we raise a glass instead? You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition, not only for ourselves here, but for our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. The stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all this. Yeah, it took me a second. Like, I realized what the word was, but I'm like, I've never actually had to say that word out loud before. You turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. Their current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation rate shall be coming very soon. Let's see, accusers, withdrawn, chastity. Is that it? I'm probably gonna go with the accusers. Oh well. Only have to do one rate and then we go to liberation again? Damn. I don't know, I'm kinda feeling this right now. I might just keep playing it for a little while. I feel like we're close to the end maybe, but I don't know. We're at least close to something big happening in the story if it's not about to end. Now the stars bid you to return to the nest of Trista, where you shall stand against the accusers once again. Your adversary, Lendl the Liar, likely knows the cycle of rights is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and then regain his freedom likely hinges on the outcome of this next rite. The cycle of the rights is soon to end, the exiles of the downside striving to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even you yourself, are running out of time.